In this video you will see if the iPhone 15 Pro is still a good device, regardless of the fact that the year 2026 has already passed more than half of its journey. I will tell you right away that it is good and there is no reason for average ordinary people to pay twice as much for a new model that will have absolutely everything the same as this model from 2023. I know everything on paper looks good every year as some progress is made, but that's all in the real world. If we're honest with ourselves, no significant progress at all. I would repeat again, for people who play games every year, they need better graphics and more working memory and of course a better and faster processor. That's it. They are the only group of people who might see some real improvements. If they see them too, I don't know, because I haven't played games for 20 years, the rest of us hardly see progress. I'll tell you what would be real progress, but which I don't see happening in the near future. That's the moment when the iPhone of the future will have all three cameras with the same sensor. It doesn't have to be bigger than the one that's on the main camera now. That it's quite enough for all three lenses for us to have the same recording quality is unimaginable for now. Not to mention some other things that need to be improved. Until recently, I used a regular iPhone 11 and I, as an average user, did not feel that I was missing anything from the iPhone 17 Pro that I sold some time ago. The only thing I always miss on a regular iPhone is the telephoto camera, and that's all. When the battery is weak, it can be replaced and the phone works perfectly fine if you don't overdo it with the update. One of the real developments on the 15 series of iPhone devices is the switch to USB-C, which brought many possibilities. For me personally, one of the most useful is connecting to an SSD or any card reader, which makes it easier when you are out of the house and need extra space. You can easily create folders and copy from one place to another as if you were on a home computer. It means a lot to me that I can have a lot of extra memory whenever I need it, and that is mostly on trips where we usually record an extremely large amount of content and there is no phone with internal memory that would handle it, and it would cost much more than buying an external SSD of the same capacity. I almost compared this 15 Pro with the 17 Pro and I saw that there are no major differences between these phones. Both phones have the same main camera of 48 megapixels, and the newer model has both an ultra-wide and a telephoto of 48 megapixels, while the iPhone 15 Pro has two cameras of 12 megapixels each. That may sound like incredible progress, but when you compare the photos, there is almost no difference because the sensor has not been changed. To be honest, the only serious difference is that the new iPhone 17 Pro has a vapor chamber, and when you use it for too long, the phone will be less heated than earlier models, and that's all that I noticed that is significantly different. What is also important and related to the iPhone 15 Pro, unlike newer models, does not have the possibility of recording 4K in 120 frames per second. So for those who care about it, this phone will not meet their expectations. I would also like to share my experience related to the fact that many people from my environment have the basic video recording set to 1080p, and I personally made sure of this 100 times. Because I borrowed many other people's phones to record phone tests, and people constantly ask me to adjust something so that their camera takes better pictures and records. I mentioned this in connection with the fact that they will certainly not miss 4K in 120 frames per second. And at the very end of the video, as usual, I will show you several photos and videos taken with the iPhone 15 Pro. Likewise, if you are interested, you can watch the entire test between 15 Pro and 17 Pro on my channel and see if there is a serious difference in camera quality. Greetings to everyone and see you in the next video.